here's a wire. Now, what I'm going to have you do in lab, you're going to cut off a wire, okay, a foot long, foot and a half long, depends. I like to start out with thin gauge wire, so I'm talking somewhere between a 16 and 18 gauge wire. I like using the smaller diameter wire to begin soldering because it takes less heat to get it up to the temperature of the melting point of the solder. So a little less skill to get this done. Now, in order for us to solder it, we're going to have to strip the wires. Now, we're going to strip maybe half an inch or so, just so that we can see. You might strip a little bit more, but typically you're going to strip a little bit less than that. Here is one example of a wire stripper. Now, I'll zoom in on that a little bit. Wire strippers, this is the inexpensive type, kind of one tool does many things. This is a wire stripper as well as a crimping tool we're going to get. Okay, so if we take a look here, we see stranded, solid. Most of the wire we deal with automotive is stranded wire, so we're going to be looking at this side. Now, I said we're dealing with probably 16 to 18 gauge wire. So you can see I've got the word, or the letters, sorry, numbers 18 right here and 16 here. These holes, there you go, that's what we're looking at. That's the size of basically the wire we're going to be dealing with. So I'm going to place this. We're going to put this wire right in here. We're going to try to hit the one that says 18. Okay, so we'll put it in at 18 and see if that works. Now, as I'm squeezing this down, I need to make sure that I don't cut the wire. Okay, the idea of this wire stripper, it's going to cut through the insulation but not the wire. Okay, so that feels pretty good. It does not appear to be cutting into the wire. So now I'm going to take it, I'm going to twist the handle a little bit up and wait for it to, okay. And then I'm just going to kind of drag the wire through. Now there we go. This is one side that's already been stripped. I'm going to twist the wires so that they're nice and tight and I have no strays. Okay, so that leaves the other side. I want you to strip the other side also. Now I'm going to show you another tool for stripping the wire. This guy right here, I've got kind of a gripping type anvil or a jaw, and then I've got a cutting jaw. I'm going to place this in this area right here, and I'm going to put them in just so I get about half an inch or so cut. Here's the gripping jaw. Here is my cutting jaw. So the wire that's extending beyond the cutting jaw, well, that's how long I'm going to strip this. Okay. Now this is kind of nice. This does it all. I just squeeze it, continue to squeeze, and then it's going to strip it for me. So I don't have to select a particular size. I don't have to twist it around to cut through the insulation. This is kind of a one-step deal, automatic adjustment and cutting then. Just squeeze it and it's done. Now I want to go ahead and twist these together nice and tightly also.